Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd pop on because I managed to break my self-imposed ban on buying more Chanel nail polishes. You may recall I didn't buy the two special limited editions which came out with the Les Beige release, which consisted of a very nice vibrant red and a quite vibrant gold actually. And I slightly regret it. I actually looked when I was buying these online, and surprisingly it's the red that's sold out. I say surprisingly because Chanel are famous for reds and they do so many. It was a very pretty one. Slightly, I didn't get it in my collection. Anyway, there are 6 new releases and you will see only 3 in front of you. Now that was not intentional. I ordered online and I divided my order into 2, as I often do, because they don't give you any better packaging and they don't give you any more gifts the more you buy. So if you buy and spend a lot in one purchase, you get precisely 2 samples, whereas if you split it up into, I split it up into 2, but you could split it up into 6, you'll get 2 samples with each purchase. Crazy. And you don't even get the box nowadays. So anyway, so I split up into 2, and I think that they were both ordered on the same evening within an hour or so of each other. Long story short, the other 3 have gone missing. I never got an email suggesting that they'd reached the depot of the deliverers, and Chanel claim they were returned. So I haven't checked. They claim they've refunded me. I need to check that. I don't know if I can be bothered to order them again, particularly as I'm going on holiday. I'm a bit annoyed about it all. Anyway, I think these probably, they weren't the 3 I wanted the most. These 2 were, and then there's a pink that I was quite taken with, although pink doesn't really suit me that much. Anyway, these are the ones that came. I was expecting this one. Oh, well, first of all, let's admire the packaging, because the big difference is it's a silver top. If I put next to the normal, there's the black. When you just look at it, you don't necessarily notice straight away. So they've all got silver tops. I think that's the first time, certainly, that I can remember them doing that. We've had white tops for white nail varnish, I think, occasionally. Yeah, so silver tops, I don't quite know why, but it's a nice gimmick for those of us who are packaging freaks. I always think their purples are a bit special, and this one has a bit of a duochrome, a sort of petrol-y look on it. Certainly in the bottle. This is called Magnetic Muse, and it's the one I got on most of my nails, already chipping after 3 days. No top coat, it's fair to say. And I think you can see that when it's on, it doesn't look particularly metallic. It is a very pretty purple, and I think it probably will be popular, because the purples always are. Point of reference, there's Lavender, which was a summer release a few years ago. Much darker. One of the recent ones, it's more kind of pink than purple. This is Mirage. Can't remember when that was, but it's new formula. Much pinkier. One of my favourite Chanel purples or mauve, actually kind of more as I was expecting, because you can definitely see the kind of chrome in the bottle, and it shows on the nails more. This was a very limited edition called Rodeo Drive, an LA edition, which is one of my more prized possessions. I think it's probably my favourite Chanel lilac. But yeah, I've got a drawer that's not quite full, but it's got quite a few lilacs, more lilacs than true purples, I would say. and this one hasn't quite got a dupe, so it is worth getting if you like your purples. And it's pretty. I think this, surprisingly, I was not expecting to love this one. I thought, well, this will just be a bit wishy-washy. This is called Beach Icon. Don't know what's kind of beachy about it. And it's just a kind of white silvery shimmer. It's on my thumbnail. And I don't know if you can see, it does give a tremendous shine. It looks a bit glittery, but it's not. It's absolutely smooth. So I don't think you're going to have the problems that you have with the glitters when you try to remove them. So I think this is an incredibly wearable shade because it would be work appropriate for most people. It would be kind when it chips a bit. You're not going to see too much, but you can definitely see it on the nail. If I were tempted to get a backup of anything, it would be this one. Very pretty. Probably worth the ridiculous £30 mark because you don't see anything quite as sophisticated as that, I don't think, in the cheaper ranges, whereas you do get brilliant colours, good formulas nowadays. And then this one, yeah, a bit disappointing. This is called Sunset Surfer. You can kind of see the gold flecks in the bottle, but on the nail, not so much. These are the colours that don't suit my colouring as much. I need a brighter red or orange kind of zing on me, really. I haven't looked for dupes in my stash because I've got lots of kind of corals and peaches over the years. I mean, it is nice. As I say, the missing ones would be a pink, a kind of goldy peach, which look quite pretty, and then another, I would have said quite kind of nondescript corally colour that I wasn't that fussed about. So I'm not sure I will bother ordering them. I might get a backup of that Beach Icon because I do like it. Now, I did intend to talk to you about some other things that I bought from Chanel recently, but of course I've forgotten to get them out. I will tell you, one of them was a blush, one of the blush sticks, a limited edition in the Le Beige collection. You remember I bought the powder split blusher highlighter and then got cold feet about having not got the stick product. It's very nice, very easy to use. If I'm honest, I like it better than the powder. I really need cream products these days. And I also bought some of their skincare, their Camellia cream, which I might say I wouldn't know about if I wasn't sent samples. So come on, Chanel, stop being so mean with the samples. It does encourage us to buy. And I did get that. So I had been buying a bit of Chanel, but as I say, not getting the best service. Anyway, off on holiday tomorrow, so I don't think I'm going to take any of these. I'm going to go for some bright fluorescents for the beachy theme because I can't wear them when I'm working, so they have to be worn when I'm on holiday. So might do that. Anyway, hope you're all well, all surviving in the heat waves here in the UK and worse weather conditions elsewhere. I hope you're not affected by floods or hurricanes or dreadful things that are happening we see on the TV, and that you're all looking after yourselves. And I shall speak to you soon. Bye for now.